Forever is showing on the beautiful Uche Jumbo TV. So yes, Together Forever is on Uche Jumbo TV. Now let's get into a very quick recap of this movie. Now, pretty much, yeah, this movie talks about two roommates or housemates who were enemies and they tend to lovers. Basically, that's how simply I can put this movie to you if you haven't seen it yet. And if you're a fan of YouTube movies, trust me, you have seen this storyline countless times, thousand times on YouTube space. So let's get into a quick recap of it now. Let's start with John Akenam. Now, his role in this movie was a rich young man who feel he has the need to move out of his parents or mother's house to start, his own life from scratch, and the mom did not want him to move out because the only child, but he insisted he went out. John Econom here was just cruise and fun. This movie, there was actually nothing hectic for any of the characters to pull through. He was simply interesting to watch, and like I said, there was nothing tiring, there's no emotion to pull through, just vibes pretty much, and you don't have to crack your head to understand what they were trying to put across or to for viewing pleasure. Basically, this is just a fun movie, and with John, he did not even stress. He did not stress. The only issue I have with his character was how they dressed, especially John Ekena, who is from a rich family or a well-to-do family, as the presume or as the character has to portray. He dressed like somebody who is a pauper, and I'm like, why is that the case? Like, why is he so looking underdressed? And the scene of him being accused of rape, and he looked like he had no one to support him, no one to talk to. He didn't even act like he acted like somebody who has nobody, and that was shocking. I'm like, wait, somebody is accusing you falsely and you are behaving like you can't talk for yourself. And you know if your man's character was like, oh, it's because he's in shock, that's why he cannot talk. Come on, please, at least you have to voice out your defense in a way. And that was one thing I didn't understand what the director or producer was trying to do in that particular scene. So I had issues with that particular one. Then also his interaction with his best friend. The best friend just came in two scenes, or maybe one. I'm like, okay, two, from the police station and he came into the house, and that's it. My Even if we John Ekena's character could have even still do away without a best friend if you remove the police scene out of it. And I'm like, their interaction wasn't really coming off as two best friends or friends who know each other for long, or two friends who can gist and get along. I'm like, their interaction just ended with John Ekena just warning him to stay off the roommate, and I'm like, So this boiled down to script writing. I don't know if the person in charge of the script did not know how to write the script, or it was lacking. I don't know. So it made John Ekene's character very laid back. He didn't have much to do or much to say. That's what I'm saying. This movie pretty much is just like cruise. You don't need to stress too much, even watching it. Then we'll talk about a film. I don't know if that's her name. Yeah, she's not she's not a new face when it comes to Uche Jumbo's movies. She has acted in numerous. She's more like a face to Uche Jumbo TV. So now this particular one, she is the other roommate who is struggling to survive and all of that. She was the hard nut to crack. She was the coconut head in this movie. I think she pretty much did well. I wasn't really expecting that much from her. She was really interesting to watch. The scenes that I think she was able to, make her presence felt was when she was pretty much just fighting John in the house. Those scenes were really interesting, and I love how she was making her facial expressions regarding how she was irritated by her roommate. So I think those were pretty interesting. And also the police station scene, that was another spectacular action she put through, when the lady was like, women supporting women, and she made a statement, well, if you want me to support you, you have to make sure that you do not accuse somebody forcefully and make the young man go through hell. I think the way she expressed herself, making that statement and fighting the lady, was interesting to see. So that scene was something that I love how Ifoma pulled it through. And then also when she was trying to lie about how the apartment is dangerous to the new couple that want to rent the apartment. That scene was also very interesting coming from Ifoma. And of course, also the last scene, Ifoma did an amazing one. The chemistry between herself and then John was pretty decent, which of course that was really cool. Another thing I didn't like is the costume. Pretty much I think I have issue with the costume of this movie. I don't know, wardrobe, whoever is in charge. Uche Jumbo, please, I know you can do better. Maybe I don't know if you spend all your coins on your movie called Colors and you don't have budget for this one. I can understand, but this is underwhelming. And then also I had an issue with the cinematography. What is this? What No, look at this. This is a screenshot from watching this movie on my phone. So I don't know if it's my settings or not, but is this the cinematography of this movie, guys? What is this gray thing? No, you could not even see. And my goodness, camera shooting of the cinematography is, I don't know, it's trash basically. I don't even have to mimic my word anymore. It's very, very, very bad, terrible, because even the wide shots of some of the scenes, you struggle to see the faces of the characters. You if you don't know their voice, you wouldn't know that, oh, this is the person speaking or this is not the person speaking. I'm like, oh my goodness, what the hell is this? Cinematography, no. Maybe it also affected how the look at the color grading of the movie itself. So terrible. I'm like, why? Look at this. I don't even understand what the hell is this. This was not it at all. I don't know. Maybe I don't know cinematography, but this is not it for me. Then also the comedian, I don't know his name. He's very popular, the tall guy. Another thing I noticed about the movie is that some of the scenes, that guy is very tall. Like the guy is very tall. So I saw about three scenes or two scenes where he was speaking with I think Ifoma, yes, and then was it Ifoma or John? One of those scenes like that, about two or three different scenes. They cut off the guy's head because he was taller than the frame size or whatever they were shooting in. So even from afar, even from wide shooting of the movie or the scene, his head was cut off whilst he was having conversation with one of them, either John or like, no, 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 no. My goodness. And the person who was shooting the movie when the comedian was in the room or in the house, I think the guy or the person is short. I'm talking about the cameraman. The person is short, so it seems as if the camera was below the comedian, below him, so it made him look like his head was touching the ceiling. The outside shooting, especially from this screenshot, was pretty decent because you could see everybody was in frame and the camera angle was okay. But I'm talking about the room. The camera was below him. It's as if they were shooting from the ground. The camera was not level-headed with him, and that was, my goodness. Omo, Uche Jumbo, please, your cameraman, sit down and talk to them. This this is not it at all. So you have to see to that as well. Pretty decent. It's a pretty decent movie. Like I said, it's a normal roommate roommate movie, storyline on YouTube where they are enemies and they turn lovers basically. So rating it, I'm gonna give it 2/10 together forever on Uche Jumbo TV. You can check it out if you're interested. I'll see you all in the next video.